Hi guys, it's Abby and welcome back to She's So Tech. Today we are on week 3 of my January weekly journaling. I've been having so much fun creating these spreads. As you guys know, I released the free spread for you guys. It is linked down below if you guys want what I've created here, obviously without all of my journaling on top of it, but you guys can use this as your spread, and you can also download the blank weekly planner page as well, which I also have listed for free, no catch. There's no sign up to anything, it's just free on my website. The theme for this week was lilac, so I went on Pinterest and grabbed a bunch of lilac items and also grabbed images from things that happened this week, and then also tried to remember everything that happened this week. There was a lot going on, and whenever I have like a lot happening, I try to type in that content. I do have my own handwriting as a font, so it can kind of match, but my handwriting when I actually write is much bigger than the font is. Alrighty, so let's get started with week 3. So week 3 is the current week, so we're finally up to date as of this video. So next week is when I'll actually post week 4, when I've been able to kind of wrap up week 4 and kind of given my thoughts about it. But this is the spread for week 3. I did week 2 in the last video yesterday, and it was a blue theme, and then week 1 was a pink theme. So I think for week 4 we'll probably maybe do yellow or orange. We shall see. But I already have a lot of like orange elements that I've pulled from Pinterest anyway, because I have like Pinterest boards that are private, but I have Pinterest boards where I just kind of color drop things. So when I see something that matches like an overall color of the Pinterest board, I'll just like pin it to that board. So I have lots of like elements already kind of hidden away in Pinterest. So this week, again, I did not have a purpose. I just had things that I found throughout the week, like quotes and stuff, and I just kept them in my camera roll. And this week I noticed that when I was doing my handwriting in the previous week, I had not left enough space for me to actually write on top of it. There was a lot of clashing happening. So in this video, or in this version, I want to make sure that I do leave enough blank space for me to write without there being like a lot of clashing of the items. So I'm purposefully pulling in like sticky notes and just like making sections that I can write on top of without any issues. Like when it comes to scrapbooking, I for some reason really love using florals, but in real life I don't like florals. Isn't that strange? I don't even like plants. Well, I do like plants actually. I don't like flowers in real life, but I love plants and I love florals when it comes to art. But when it's like real life, I'm just like not a fan. And I probably wouldn't get like a floral like patterned dress or a floral pattern outfit. I just don't really like it as like in the real world. Isn't that so weird? I don't know what that's about, but that's just a little fun fact about me. I also pulled in some other elements from last week. I just thought that these newspaper files just look really cool when you kind of blend it into the background. So I still want to bring that paper touch so that when I actually print these, it will kind of still feel very scrapbooky, even though it's just like a printed photo. So I want to make sure that I like bring as much like real world items into this as I can digitally. Real world and digital. For this clipboard thing, I ended up pulling my own clipboard metal piece from Pinterest because the one that was on it didn't really match the vibe. And I did play with a couple different colors and styles, and I just wanted it to be big and like really pop out and just feel real, even though it's not actually real. So the base is done, and now it's time to actually start journaling in GoodNotes. Now you can use any journaling app. I just prefer GoodNotes because that is the app that I've determined to make use of because I paid for it. So, but you can use like Samsung Notes, or you can use Notability, or you can use any PDF markup app. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out. I know that I use GoodNotes exclusively, but it's a PDF file that you'll download, so you can just open it in anything. And so this week has been fun. Some highlights is that I created a couple art prints and some products that I got up on my website, abbycreatestudio.com. If you guys didn't know already, I'm a small business owner and I'm a digital illustrator outside of my full-time job as a motion graphics designer. So I like to create illustrations of things that are happening in my local town, of buildings that are happening in my local city, and just of like things that like come to mind, and then I sell those as prints. And sometimes people ask for those prints on other things like t-shirts and keychains, and like the merch is just endless because I've created over 200, almost 300 different illustrations. And this week I created 2 new ones, the first 2 of the year, and so I wanted to make sure I put those in my diary of remembering these prints that I made and what days I made them on. I'm just kind of talking about that and just kind of writing little notes about it, and I want to make sure it's documented in there when I made it. I read a few books this week. One of them was called 1 Week in Paradise. That one was actually really fun, and it's interesting sometimes to see books that are written from British authors, and I don't know that they're a British author when I pick up the book. I genuinely judge a book by its cover, and I'm like, oh, this looks like it's going to be good, and I'll read the synopsis, but I don't actually know that the author is British until I open the book and I'm reading about A levels and sixth form and GCSEs, and you know, it's just things that I'm like, oh, this is British author, they're in England, this makes sense. So I just thought that was really cool when I opened it and realized that I actually had a connection to the book. So the start of the week is when I finished my illustration, and so I decided to add that in there. And I also added in a Bible quote that I felt like was just like words to live by this week is "You're going to make it, trust me." Psalm 23. I don't know how accurate that is, I didn't check, but I was like, oh, I love that, so I'm gonna add that to my journal. And then as for Tuesday, this week has been really cold in Florida. It's just been actually icy cold. Like, you wouldn't think we're in Florida. We've been wearing coats and boots and like extra layers and layers, and typically on a daily basis it's around 85 to 90 degrees usually, but this week or the past couple weeks it's been very, very cold, and it's just a really strange experience because for the past like 6 years in Florida I've only seen people wearing a t-shirt and shorts when they go outside every single day, no matter where they're going. Tuesday also was a day I finished the Pucked book, which I talked about in the last video, and I kind of gave my like quick thoughts on that. So yeah, I finally finished that book. It took me a couple days, but that's because I was just kind of reading like for about maybe an hour or 2 every other day, and trying to kind of fit it in within my day-to-day lives. So I finished that book. On Wednesday is when I went back to TJ Maxx, because you know last week I went to TJ Maxx to get some journals, and then I went back to TJ Maxx and I picked up a bunch of different sweatshirts and like kind of like cute things to wear to work, because I actually work in a corporate office, and sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm sick of repeating all these corporate clothes, I need something different, and it's really cold. So I picked up a bunch of sweatshirts and some new sneakers because we have the execs in the building this week. And then Thursday I created my illustration for Gasparilla and put it on a shirt. So this was me actually creating a sweatshirt prototype that I decided to sell on my website, but it's actually no longer available because it had a limited time for sale. But that sweatshirt has a printed design, and then also has embroidery, because I have an embroidery section of my business where I embroider like cute designs and fun things on sweatshirts. So yeah, that is, I have a lot going on, guys. I'm running this channel, I'm running Abby's Digital Nook, I'm working full-time, I'm a mom, I'm literally like trying to be creative at all avenues. I just want to be successful in everything that I do, so I make sure that I use every moment of my time to do something productive as often as I can. After finishing 1 Week in Paradise, I finished that in like basically the same day. I started The Chase, which was so good. The Chase was like, I don't know, I'm really into my hockey sports romances lately, and I've just been like binging one hockey sports after romance after another. So yeah, I'm hooked right now, and I'm gonna stay in this era for a while until I decide to read Onyx Storm. So yeah. And lastly, I like to use this little to-do section in the corner for positive affirmations of the week. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed watching this journal spread, be sure to follow and subscribe for more journal videos, digital planning videos, and also free digital planners that I release each month. Don't forget to hit the like button, and I'll see you guys in the next video coming up very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye!